I don't like to always feel like I'm talking to people. What do you guys got for me?
So I have a question.
Yes, Miss Cindy, what's going on?
The last time I saw you, my dog hurt himself. You're on tonight. My dog hurt himself. What the hell?
Okay, listen, I don't bring back karma. So, dog, get it together. Is your dog accident prone?
He's a greyhound, so I'm assuming yes.
Oh, yeah.
But
They're
last
big
time
and clumsy as shit.
he flipped and skinned himself up, and today he apparently ran himself into the corner of the kitchen island and took out the skin and scalped his eye.
Oh, yes, Cindy, that ain't me. That's the dog.
No,
It got some directional issues going on.
Hey, driver, will you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm sorry. Look at me, just like, hey guys, I'm here. Ask me things.
I never remember to introduce myself on anything, but
it's
you're worthy of introduction. You guys, she's one of my besties. I love this bitch. Be nice. Have good questions.
Oh, please, yes. My name is Lindsay Driver. I am in Burlington, North Carolina. So East Coast, what up? I have been in business. Holy shit. It's like, it'll be 7 years in October, which is awesome. Because it feels just like yesterday. When I say that, it just doesn't even seem real. I have 3 kids. That's why I look like this. I have a 11-year-old. I almost forgot. 11-year-old, an 8-year-old, and almost 7-year-old. So mama be busy in homeschooling 3 kids. I don't know who the fuck came up with this for me doing this. It's god awful. It's okay. My kids will never get into college as far as this goes because I'm not teaching them anything good. Let's pray that schools open back up. Let's see. So, oh my gosh, it's crazy to even think about. So it's funny because when I first got into this whole thing, I had no intention of ever doing it as a business. Did not want to sell. I did not want to do parties. And then my best friend, she was, I guess, around here where I was, because I'm like deep in the Bible Belt, right? It was not, pure romance wasn't really a thing. So my best friend was like, oh my God, this is such a fun idea. Even though you don't want to do parties, let's just do one party. And I said, fine. And I knew nothing, you guys. I was shaking like a leaf. It was like really embarrassing. And it ended up being an $800 party. I pocketed like $400 in just a couple hours. And I was like, are you shitting me? Because at the time I was working for a desk job in a cubicle for 8 hours a day, which was a shit show, for $11.99 an hour. And with 3 kids, I mean, you can do the numbers, right? It doesn't mean shit. So I literally was just like, I have to come up with something else. So I thought about that one party I did, and I was like, okay, maybe it was just beginner's luck. Ended up doing a second in-home party, and it was a $1,200 party. And I made like $800 in just a few hours. And I was like, holy crap, I am embarking on something. I don't know what this is, but let's see what happens. So I did, and I worked my full-time job for 2 years working with Pure Romance at the same time, just for like insurance purposes. And then finally I was like, listen, it makes no sense for me to have to like ask permission to get time off from work to be with my kids, or ask permission to be at home when my kids are sick. Like it was just crazy to me. So in 2016, I fired myself from corporate America, hired myself, never looked back. And I've been doing this ever since. And I don't, it's crazy because like I'm a community college dropout. Like school was never for me. I can barely do long division. Like don't ever ask me to do things. And now I'm running a 6-figure business, and it's crazy to think about. And I just don't say that to toot my own horn at all. It's just because I remember like my first national training, watching all these women walk stage, hearing all these numbers, like to think that someone was selling over $100,000 a year was fucking insane. And then you see Lucy, 300,000. You're like, what is life? I already know what this means. Right. And then you turn into that, and that's you now. And I say it because every single one of you has a niche, a skill, a trade. Like you're here, use it. I mean, it's just crazy to me. I don't care what walk of life you're coming from. I don't care what you've been through, how much trouble you've been in, what race, religion, ethnicity, like it doesn't matter. And that's what I love about this business, because you don't have to fit a cookie cutter mold, right? You just come in, be a badass, be yourself, and do it. And so it's just so empowering to be a part of this, and to know that I have control over what happens in most of my business. Like that's priceless. So I often think about, what if I never took that crazy leap of faith? I mean, I didn't have the money to buy my $600 kit. I had to borrow it from my parents. What happened? Like I would still be in that cubicle that stunk. It smelled like feet, right? That would still be what I would be doing. it's just insane to even think about. I get all choked up talking about it. It's just so good. But that's a little bit about me. I'm really boring, kind of. But I do have a good time. Blunt honesty is my route. I love it. My team loves me because I'm all about some tough love, but I will love on you. I do efforts, not excuses. So that's something just to think about. Also, if I change your verbiage today, I'm super sorry. I'm a real big person on verbiage. So I don't like the words can't or try. Like do or do not. There's no such thing as try, right? So I will correct you in a hot second. Okay. Yeah. So anyways, I am just super, super excited for you guys. You guys are kicking ass. So I love seeing all your numbers and all that good shit. Yes. It's just so good. All right. Let's see. All right. What questions do we have? Not all at once.
I know, right? All right, I got one for you. What are you doing outside of virtual parties right now to get outside orders and sales?
VIP page is life. If you guys, especially, like, do we have any social sellers on here, Lucy?
Yeah, like one or two, yes.
Awesome.
A
Okay.
lot of new gals that are.
Yes, look at all these faces. Oh, there's pages. Let me click over. Hey, Gladys. Hey, Alma. Hey, Tessa. Hey, guys. All right. Maria. I see all y'all. Renee. Hey. Renee. Hey. Okay, that's going to be my new thing. So VIP page is life, and I had to resuscitate mine. Mine was so dead, you guys. And here's why. I'm just going to be completely honest. I never once did online stuff pre-COVID. Like, I turned down online parties. I just would not do them. I know, don't yell at me. But now obviously it's a whole different playing field. So VIP page, I really wanted to be able to have it like work itself out. So something too I wanted to do is, number one, if you have a VIP page right now and you're like, I don't know what to post in there, just be consistent with a few things. Like have a hashtag Monday motivation. I do personally on Tuesdays, I do a Team Tuesday because I love talking about my team. You could switch that up to a Throwback Tuesday. Hey, you guys, post a picture of your graduation picture or your senior picture. I don't know, do something funny. Wednesdays, I do a Woman to Watch Wednesday, but I make it about one of my clients in that VIP group because I think it's super important. Like if I scroll on Facebook and I see that one of my clients, okay, case in point, I had a client of mine who always spends a lot of money with me. She's such an amazing person. And she started making masks for free and sending them out to people for like, COVID and all of that. And I thought that is just so awesome. She needs to be highlighted. So what do? I make a Woman to Watch Wednesday post and I post that in my VIP page. I'm introducing her to all of my friends. And not to mention that builds such a big rapport with your clients. When they have the feel goods, like having someone say, Lindsay, this literally just made my day. You don't even know, this came at the perfect time. Not only are people are like, oh my God, I want to be her next Woman to Watch Wednesday. Let me make sure like I make myself present. But secondly, do you think she's going to come back and shop with me? Yes, because people will always remember the way that you made them feel, right? So Woman to Watch Wednesday, just the tip Thursday, I'm always giving like a sexual health tip, fact, whatever. And Friday, I do a Friday funny. I don't really do a lot. I more or less go live in my page. On the weekends. I don't do a lot of posting. Something too, if you're like, oh shoot, I need to grow my VIP page or I need to get more action on my VIP page. Number one, if you have a bunch of dead weight in there, get rid of it. I would just make a post and say, hey, who wants to stay? Comment below. Anyone who doesn't comment by tomorrow at this time, you'll be removed so that way I'm not flogging you with a bunch of pure romance posts. Now, some of y'all are like, well, wait a minute, hold on, because I need those people. Well, you don't need dead weight. And that will bog down the algorithm. So if people are like, if they're not commenting, it's mostly because they're probably not seeing your shit. So I did this right before I had like my $50,000 flash sale, which the highest I'd ever had was like 15, which was insane. So I made the post. I had 3,500 women in my VIP page. Only 300 commented. So I was like, wait, what does that mean? So I hired someone, one of my clients, to remove 3,200 people out of my VIP group. And I was sweating in places I should not have been sweating in. I was like, no, right? But my algorithms the next day, literally when I posted something, went up like 4,000%. It was insane to me. So if you're scared about that, that's okay. Now, if your brand spanking new and you're just trying to get it going, I don't think that that's really much for you to worry about. But also too, if you sort of have a VIP page where you want new members in it, you want to actively be recruiting new people into it. I actually stole this from Megan Jose. And I can pull up the information. So I have it somewhere, but I say I do giveaways once a week. It's either a foil pack or like 10% off your order, where I'm giving them a coupon code. Thank God for corporate for doing that. And what I do is, like, the step one to be entered into the giveaway is they have to invite 5 friends. Okay, I love the idea of like, hey, invite 30 people, but are they going to invite 30 people? No, we want to set the bar low, make it attainable, make it easy, but that's now 5 people I would never have been in contact with. So do that. The second thing is, are you a Pure Romance virgin or a Pure Romance veteran? Meaning, have you ever purchased Pure Romance before, or have you not? And so I ask that because now too, I know who I need to introduce the business to, and then who I maybe need to get refills for all those people who perhaps have bought and then maybe I haven't talked to in a while. And then the third thing is, I actually set up a Google form, and I can post this, Lucy, well, I'll write it down. I'll remember to do it.
I got it.
Hold on.
I got you.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because in 5 seconds, I'll forget. Story of my life. Okay, let me find this one thing, though, that I'm looking for that I can't find. But anyways, the Google form essentially has oh, here we go. It's asking about them, so their name, information, and then it has questions like check or select all that apply. And the things are, I have no sex drive. I don't get enough foreplay. I don't think I've ever orgasmed or had an orgasm. Is anal play right for me? I've never used a lubrication before, and there's so many options. How do I know which one to use? How do I introduce sex toys into the bedroom? How do I keep lingerie on longer? I've been with my partner for years. How do I spice things up? How can I make my partner last longer? Like, there's literally things. And the reason that we're doing this, and this makes perfect sense, is because I don't want to be posting content that no one needs. So now I have a full month's worth of information that I could be posting for them without physically saying, hey, Samantha, don't mean to call you out, but this is for you, right? So they can look at it and take the information as needed. Yes, I'll make sure that you guys, tomorrow I will post the actual Google form so you can do all that. But I love it because now I'm catering my entire VIP group to the people who allow me to run my business, who it's for. So to me, that is so huge. So not only are they inviting 5 people, I also message those people, because if you look, now you get the list of the new members in your group. You can click that and I say, hey, and it also tells you in your page, like who invited who. I have it set where I have to approve everyone who's added in. So now I can look to see who added who. So before I add them in, I go ahead and I send them a friend request and I send them a message, and I'll, again, send this all to you. And it says, hey, Sarah, blank and blank invited you to my Pure Romance private group because she thought you might enjoy some of the things that we talk about. I'm doing a prize drawing tomorrow evening. You're more than welcome to get entered as well. Here are all the details. And so I just send it to her. That way, too, I'm making a genuine connection and I'm not a stranger to them. And out of a group of so many people, that's so big right now. I never want to feel like someone just got dropped into my group and then they're expected to shop with me. It kind of grosses me out. So the fact that it's making that connection and then introducing yourself is a big deal. It's super genuine, and it's showing that you're not just a robot here, collecting everyone's hard-earned cash. You're here as an actual, person. So VIP has been heaven sent. Also, you have to give more than you get. And what I mean by that is give more information, give more tips and tricks, give more. I'm not saying give product, right? I feel like if you're just in there only showing products, only wanting to book parties, only doing that, you're not going to get the information that you want. And not to mention, you always have to have content. It's almost like having your own reality show. I only probably post about products twice a week. The rest, it's me being me. You're going to see me with my my orangutan titties because I hadn't worn a damn bra in about 30 damn days. You're going to see me with my, pimples on my face. I've worn this 2 days in a row. It's fine. But they love that about me. And like the other day I went live and I just did a live of me cleaning out my bathtub drain. It was gross. But people tune into it because they're like, holy shit, I need to introduce my friends to this shit show of a person. And it has nothing to do with product. So it's almost like you have to come up with new content. If you have kids, use them. Obviously, if you have boundaries or whatever the case may be, respect your own boundaries. Make that up. But people want to see you. They want to see, like, oh my God, she fights with her husband too? This is great, right? And it's just about being relatable. I don't necessarily want to be the Pure Romance lady. I'm down for that. I would rather be holy crap, this is like just a really cool chick that I just want to watch. Because guess what? Law of attraction is real. And if they like you, they will also want to be with you. Not like that. It's not that kind of organization, right? But meaning they'll want to be on your team. They'll want to make sure that they're a part of it. FOMO is so real, you guys. And sometimes we just don't realize how much that people are watching us, that maybe just need somebody. And so maybe something that you do is just screams out to them like, oh my God, she's fun, or she's relatable, or whatever the case may be. So that has hit tremendously for my VIP group. I'm meeting new people. I'm partying with new people. It's heaven. I don't even know who asked that question. Lucy, you asked that question. Did that help?
That's perfect.
Okay,
if
good.
you are a brand newbie, how do you start growing your VIP group?
Oh, that's easy. So with that, what I would do is literally, you're going to start with obviously the people that you know, right? But also I use the who do you know list, which is in the training site. I'm so big on that. Also referrals are life. So if you have a friend that you add in, say, okay, look, I will hook you up with a 10% off your order, give them the website code when you add in 5 more friends. So even like the information I just used, you can use that. But you can tweak it to where you're not necessarily having to put it out there. You can just private message someone and ask, hey, I'll give you this if you do this. These people will work for you. Even with you being a new consultant, you'll notice that a lot of your clients, we're natural fixers. We're natural helpers. We want to see you do well. So use that to your advantage, right? I'm so big on that. Yeah, so referrals are going to be something huge. And honestly, if you're doing referrals from the get-go, you will have a successful business. Because I feel like a lot of new consultants stay in this little bubble where they're only going to ask their family and friends, who also are the first people to tell you no, or who don't support you. And so I always just say that to my new consultants. Be open to expanding your circle of influence early. Because if you're able to do that, you're going to hold parties with, you're not going to be afraid to go out there and, and to meet and talk to new people. Also, depending on when COVID, when the world opens back up, something that I do twice a year, and I actually have my new team members team up and go do, and I may have talked about this at the retreat, but we do product research packets. So everyone who, is new, I actually have them buddy up, and maybe a team of 4 people. They each bring 50 goodie bags each. It has their business card. It has some candy. And, essentially what this is, you're looking for leads, whether it be for a party, team, whatever, VIP even, who cares? And I bring connection cards that has just their information. I only have them fill out the front. But what we go is we go to crowded areas. We have tons of college campuses within an hour of me. So basically anywhere where like you can kind of solicit, it's fine, wherever the signs aren't. And we don't leave until we've given out all 50 goodie bags. And what we do is we say, hey, have you ever heard of Pure Romance? These ladies, and it's so funny, this is how you know our job is never done, because half of them haven't heard of Pure Romance. They have no idea who we are. Yeah, we do in-home parties. That's where you do your quick 30-second commercial. And then you're like, listen, I would love to give you, I have a product that I would love for you to research for me. I'll give this to you for free in exchange for your information. And you just tell me, I'll check in with you in about a week and you let me know how you like it. That's all we're doing. So yeah, absolutely. They fill it out because they want that bag. I'm not asking them, hey, do you want to book a party? Because that's a quick no and pass by, right? So with doing that, I do follow up with them in a week or so. Is my true intention to have them product test? No, I don't care. I know that Just Like Me is great. I know that Coochie's wonderful. Because what I'm doing is, when I check back in with them, I'm going to say, hey, this is Lindsay I met you at Duke University. Just want to see how you're liking your goods. And they'll be like, oh my God, I loved it. Da, da, da. Or they'll say, oh shoot, I didn't try that yet. Let me go do that. Not a problem. I'll check back in with you in a few days. Whatever. But for the people who've tried it, what I say is, listen, I appreciate you so much for just, testing this out for me, because it helps me with my business and knowing what to demo, that I would love to give you that in a full-size bottle for free when you have your own Fun Free Girls Night with me. It could be virtual. It could be whatever. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to tell you, I do that twice a year. So I give out 100 goodie bags. Last year I did it, and I ended up booking 42 parties off of it. So it works. I had a lot of new leads in my VIP page. Oh my God. So regardless if they book a party or if they just buy the product from you, who cares? But another really good way just to get out of that little tight knit group that you think that you're only going to be doing business with. Yep.
Love it. And I mean, that kind of answers Val's question of having issues branching outside of friends and family. They keep inviting the same people to parties. So
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, absolutely. Me personally, I want to grow my team. This is my main goal as a leader. I want to grow my team to where I no longer have to party near me because I'll have other people taking this over. Because, with doing stuff like that, I'm not afraid to go out and go talk to people. There's so much unmarked territory around where like pure romance isn't even a thing. I'm like, let me go into those areas. So yeah, definitely a really good way to branch out. It's just getting out in there and talking to people. Referrals. Ideas for the goodie bags. I'm frugal AF. I get the cheap ass cellophane bags from Dollar Tree. I put 1 or 2 business cards, 1 little foil pack, and some candy, and I'm on my way. I don't add much extra. Here's the deal. No one needs to be spending money. If you're trying to go out there and find leads, that means that you need to be making money, not spending it. So I'm frugal as shit. You're not going to see me spending money on things that don't make me money. So yeah, it does not have to be expensive to be effective. You're exactly right. What other questions do we have? Let's chat. This is so fun.
what you guys got for her?
Don't be shy. I don't bite hard.
Okay, fine, I'll ask. Shoot.
Yeah.
I'll take her.
Hit her.
Yes, take me, baby.
Yeah. That's the best thing I've heard all day. Okay, so you are so very much like me. One of the reasons why I'm hesitant to do lives, and I know they're so effective for you, but I have no filter and I never know what's going to come out. And I'm so afraid of offending people because that happens on accident because shit flies out of my mouth. Do you not worry about that? Or do you how do you go with that?
I have a filter, but we have a sense of professionalism, which Amber, you do have. I feel like, yeah, give yourself some grace because I absolutely do think that you have that. Because at the end of the day, everything that I'm saying, like, yes, you're going to get the real raw me. This is it. But also, I have to keep in mind, like, everything that's in my head, I have to watch out because I'm like, woo, Lord. But also, like, even on Facebook, me scrolling, when I see a team member who's like, politics, religion, this and that, I'm like, oh my God. We have to remind ourselves not everything needs a response or a reaction. That's not none of my business, right? So that's a no-go. So with that being said, I do uphold the fact that people are watching me. And yes, we do have to be careful. But also in the same breath, this is my main thing. Impressions are everything. Would I be comfortable with a brand new stranger watching me? Would I be comfortable with what I'm saying be heard by someone like that who has never done business with me? Sometimes that answer would be no. So this is why I'm so serious. Like sometimes I even practice when I go live, and there has to be some type of boundary, right? And yes, I'm very outspoken. But when it comes to my business, like there's some things that you just can't bring into it.
I want to be myself because I hear you saying that all the time. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna love. That's all. But myself, yeah, I would say that stuff I do say things to people upon first meeting that is inappropriate, but it's hilarious, so I get away with it. So how do you not?
I think that's a tough one though. I just think that maybe you need to. Also, let me say this. There's certain things that I could probably say in my VIP page that I wouldn't necessarily say on my regular page.
Oh, like I was not asking for my regular page. That changes the whole question. I was literally asking for my VIP group.
Oh.
Does that change?
VIP page, you got a little bit more leniency, because that is the free-for-all place. That's where you can post the inappropriate things. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, personal page, I'm acting like Patty Brisbane is watching me.
I will not go live in my personal page because, no, I know me. I'm just talking about my VIP group.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, I still am going to carry myself in a certain way. And it takes practice. It takes doing things. Like sometimes I have to write out a script because if I know I go rogue, it's not a good look for people. It's not a good look for me. So yeah, sometimes you know what's right and wrong.
I do, but I also know I can't be myself if I'm scripted. So I wondered how you look like you're unscripted, but you're getting away with it.
Can I jump in really fast? because
Yeah.
I know Lindsay and I know you, right? So here's what I'm going to say. Number one, do not be vulgar. Don't use terms like cunt, pussy, cock, whatever, right? But here's what I'm saying, Amber, is that I don't think that you are offensive without a filter, because you are not being vulgar, you're not being crass, you're not being rude, you're not being insulting. Do not bring up politics, right? But pretty much other than that, you're fine. I mean, Driver, like, I was looking through her page to find pictures, and it was one of my favorite things ever, and I was like, oh my God, I have to do this. It was like Naked Day or something, and it's literally Lindsay in her office, what looks like, pretty sure she was butt ass naked, because you can see all the side things, and her computer was blocking all the inappropriate places, and it was classy and it was fun. And but you're like, that bitch be working naked, like, hell yeah. So is that offensive because it's nudity? No, because her tits weren't out. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference between being classy and fun and pornographic, and I think that you make a few of you draw that line too hard. I think that you are more offensive than you are.
Yeah. Yeah, because I personally, Amber, and I've been around you, I find it hard to believe that I don't think that what you're saying you feel is inappropriate is actually inappropriate.
Agreed.
I can vouch for her too. She's not inappropriate.
No.
Her people love her. She just needs to just have that self-confidence that she's fine.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I'm afraid of offending an entire group of people all at
How?
once.
With
because
what?
It flies out my mouth like, oh my God, that was so freaking retarded.
Like what?
And
I know
that's
you're
not a
retarded with
word
you,
that people use anymore.
I use
I
it
don't mean
sometimes.
anything by
It's
it, but shit like that flies out my mouth that's no longer acceptable. And I'm like, oh crap, that was a third of my VIP group just friggin' left. Like, that's the shit I worry about. I don't use words.
Well, then to me, I feel like you need to put more energy into worrying about other things like that make you money. Like, I wouldn't even be worried about that.
Bye.
You know? Yeah, who cares? My thing is, you're a professional. People do business with you because they like you. They trust you, obviously. I think that, yeah, and I don't feel like you lack self-confidence, but also you don't need to get out validation from other people. You know that you're running a kick-ass business. So keep at it. Just whatever you're doing obviously works.
I want to be you when I grow up. So tell me all the things. That's why.
You don't. You would want to turn back real quick. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I feel like as time goes on, and two, I will tell you, when you start leading your own team, a lot of this starts making sense because you'll notice when one of your team members is posting some crazy shit. And you're like, oh, hold on. You know, so I feel like
Maybe. A lot has happened since I saw you last. Sorry, I do have a team, and I have noticed, and I have had to be all that about it.
Yeah, what you're doing is fine. You don't need validation. There's your confirmation. I'm giving that to you.
Yep.
You rock.
And here's another thing, babes. We all see your shit. If you do something really fucked up, we'll tell you. How about that?
Yeah, for real. I was going to say, someone will let you know.
Yep, and we'll be like, take that shit down like yesterday. Yep, we got you. All right, guys. Who else has a question for Ms. Lindsay Driver?
I have one.
Hey,
Yes, go. What's going on?
Hey, friend. I have a question. So I have not. I'm gonna build the chicken nuggets and do my first flash sale ever. So I kind of want to. Yeah, I kind of want to do. I've been using my monies and buying more products and just like doing that so I can set up for that. What do you say? Like suggested in prep time? What would you say in like in the sense of like? Are you creating bundles? Are you just knocking down like discounted price? Like what would be easier? And kind of in the sense of prep time and things like that.
So here's my God to truth, honest answer. I don't think any of that shit matters. I think that I could tell you like, yes, 8 to 12 weeks of prep time. I've also had killer flash sales in 3. I don't think it really matters. And maybe I'm sorry if that's the wrong answer, but yeah, I mean, I will tell you, there's no perfect way to do it. I feel like as a leader, you're going to hear a million different ways to do it with all different results. You know your client base, you know, and I would involve them. So if you say, hey, guys, I am thinking about doing this on this date. Like, find a date that works for you. You don't have to work it around other people. And yeah, so I'm a profit whore, so I don't do many discounts. I honestly will knock off a few bucks. Obviously, the more that you buy, the more that you get off. But I think that I would, however, promote a lot of engagement beforehand, do a lot of giveaways beforehand. I know personally for me, the highest, oh my God, what was it? It was just my last flash sale, which I guess was in December. I had like 100 pre-registrants because I was doing like coach wristlet giveaways, which I bought for $14, like it was nothing. Or like one was a coochie giveaway. So once we hit 150, once we hit 200, 250, or, you can make it small. Once we hit 25 people, 50 people, 75, then you can do something like that. Do I say give a coach wristlet? Nah, maybe not. Could it be a 6-pack of whips that maybe you got on a cheap sale or something from the sale page? Absolutely. I don't really think prep time matters. However, what I would do is just go ahead and think about what you're going to post beforehand and just knowing those prices. That way you're not trying to rush last minute trying to put shit together. I highly recommend doing discounts on not just one bottle. I do personally, like, you can buy 1 for this, 2 for this, 3 for this, or 4th. If you buy 3, you get the 4th for $1. Or you can do, if you buy 4, you get the 5th for $1. Whatever sounds good to you, right? That way you're promoting more retail being sold. Other than that, I think the biggest thing is also your follow-up. For people who don't shop, I think I added like an extra 12 grand in retail just by following up with people who didn't order. I also, too, fun fact about me, I never pre-buy things for my flash sale. Like, I don't buy a bunch of shit on a discount. I don't want to do that. I don't need any more back office shit. I'm like, let me just, so I'm not doing all this extra stuff. Doorbusters are really big. So if you have something that is going to sell a lot of, I would do a doorbuster for a certain amount of time. Mine were like 2 hours. Like, they didn't have a big window for it. Oh my God. Also, I have a video. Listen, I don't even remember. I have a video on Destination Success you can check out, as I'm sure there's a million other ones. But yeah, they got some good tips. Prep time doesn't matter. Work it around your schedule and just go for it. Who gives a shit? If it's an extra $1,000, who cares? That's an extra money in your pocket.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good question.
Agreed.
Thank you.
And if you're brand new too, like, don't forget, it may not be a flash sale, but I think the thing about flash sales, we have this idea of what flash sales are supposed to be because stupid assholes like me have crazy big ones. And we forget that if you do $1,000 sale in your VIP group, hell yeah. Like, hell yes, right? Like, the intention is to just get some additional. Here's the way that I think about flash sales. Lindsay, I don't know how you feel about this, but I literally feel like a flash sale is your intention, right? Like,
you're frozen.
You're breaking up.
Damn it, I bought better internet today. Am I back yet?
You're frozen, friend.
Oh, God. All right. How about now? How about now?
I can hear you.
Yeah, there we go. You back.
Oh, my God. And I upgraded my internet to $100
Start from the beginning.
a month.
Start from the beginning.
I will. So driver, I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel like flash sales are all about your intention, right? Like, sometimes we just want a couple, 1 or 2 outside orders. Whereas to me, a flash sale is that you are going to work your fucking ass off for 1 or 2 days to get as many orders as you possibly can in a quick group of time. To me, fundamentally, that's what a flash sale is. So I feel like any of you at any level can decide to just jump in and try it.
Yeah, I'm all about experimenting and just seeing what works. I mean, no one should really go in. So Mel, a flash sale is essentially where you're just doing like a day sale, or maybe, I don't know, I only do 10 hours. And that's just where you're maybe discounting product a little bit, not a crazy amount, nothing out, way out there. But yeah, I feel like if you also too, I'm not a comparison person. I try not to be. Oh, I am. Sometimes it sucks, but I try not to be, but I am. So I feel like just go in and do, don't have no expectations. Just feel it. And if the energy is good, then, go for it. And maybe, I'm not saying do them all the time, but maybe twice a year, if there's a time where you really want to treat your customers and hook them up, because, I don't mind giving them shit. Because let me tell you something, they're the ones who keep me in business. I will get on my hands and knees and give them what they want. But also, as a new consultant, you don't want to just be discounting everything. And then the day comes where they actually have to pay full price for something. And they're like, what the fuck, right? So I just feel like
Agree.
Yeah, try it. What's the worst that can happen? You get extra retail? Who gives? That's perfect. I would just don't go in with any expectations of doing certain numbers. I just say, see your first time, go in, see what happens, and then just make the best of it. But yeah, that's it.
Thanks, friend.
Let me know how that goes. I'm interested.
Okay.
Maria, how long does it take for our kits to arrive roughly? Now listen, we're in the midst of COVID. I'm just excited that corporate's open at this point. Because yeah, I mean, there are going to be lag times. I know, especially for you guys. I know it's lagging for me, and I'm on East Coast, so I get it quicker. But yeah, you should have yours soon, hopefully. In the meantime, do you know what? I'll go in your VIP page and just talk about product. It'll get you used to talking about it before you even get your products in. I think that's awesome.
Yep. And even if
I
you
love your banner.
Talk about how excited you are to be doing this. Talk about why you signed up. Talk about, anything.
Or if you have like your own stuff, like here's my personal coochie cream because I put it in my hair earlier. They don't care that it's not the right scent or whatever. Now, granted, don't be holding up your dirty damn toys. No one wants to see that, right? But yeah, they have no idea. Who cares? Let me talk about it. So if you have your own Pure Romance products at home, sure. Listen, I've done a party, and this was just recent. It's embarrassing, where I forgot my entire demo. It was a $1,600 party, though. Yeah, you just make shit work. You talk about it. If you're fun, they're having fun. So yeah. Yes, no to the Pure Romance. I think, honestly, half everything I post, Ashley Joe, in my VIP page, maybe twice a week, like I said, is Pure Romance related. The rest, you're going to see me waxing my lips. You're going to see me, sometimes even do fun challenges, you guys. Your customers will pay to see you do embarrassing shit. Like I had to shower with my clothes on. I had to give myself a peanut butter and jelly face facial. I had to crack eggs on my head. Like they don't care. I'm all about it. If it makes them laugh and they spend money with me, do it. So if you guys have like a spinning wheel, you can get it on Amazon for like $75 and it's amazing. You can put things on a spinning wheel and say, okay, listen, when I get 5 orders in the next hour, this is what I'm going to do. So until we hit that, then, whatever. Or as soon as we hit it, I'll get to spin the wheel and this is what embarrassing shit I'll do. So you can just make up stuff. Come up with content.
Throw us more embarrassing ideas. I'm writing that shit down.
Oh my God. Where was that? Wear underwear on my head for an hour. Cook dinner in lingerie. I'm trying to think of what else I did. Oh my God, hold on. What is something else I've done? I can't even, I'll have to think about it. I have shit written down somewhere.
Perfect. I will take that list. We're doing
Did I shower with your clothes on? Did I do that one?
That one. And I got the PB&J facial.
The eggs.
Yep.
Like I know for my big flash sale that I had in December, if I hit over a certain amount, I went into public and danced in a Santa Claus outfit. So like I did that. Listen, they don't care. They're just excited to see you do it. But it all happens in my VIP page. So if they want to see it, they have to be in my VIP page to do it. Yes. Oh, the charcoal. Oh, that shit would hurt so bad. So yeah, just anything embarrassing that you would be like, I would hate for someone to see this. Do it.
So I didn't do it. I didn't do it live, but we did this video for Lucy, and I took my TikTok video of the dance that I did and I threw it up in my group, and I asked them to drop theirs down in the comments. And I might not be getting a lot that are like putting their dance down there, but I have some, but it's getting a lot more interaction than.
What dance did you do?
Savage.
Oh my God, yes. I have kids who TikTok, boo.
I'm tempted to throw it on my personal page. I'm not going to lie.
That is
Lindsay,
so fun. Yes.
If you check your messages from me, I gave you the link to the video.
Who's talking? Who said that?
Cindy.
Oh, maybe you went into my other folder. Hold on. Wait, why don't I see it?
Okay.
I'll find it. But yeah, I can't wait to watch it. That's amazing. I love that. Yeah, think of something funny. Something you see on TikTok. Recreate it. Eat something gross. Okay, so like fun. I just had a team night a fun team night with my team. Obviously, shit. Where we don't talk business. We just have fun. We played Never Have I Ever. And then we played Truth or Dare. And like one of the dares was you had to sing the national anthem in your sexiest voice. Like it could be that. What was another one? You have to eat a pickle with peanut butter on it. Like, just do something stupid. It's at your expense, but it's whatever. People will watch it. What other good questions do you guys have? Come on, you guys have questions. Let's go.
So, I have kind of stalled out. My VIP is now picking up, but I've not gotten anybody to commit to parties. What's your suggestion?
How are you how are you reaching out to them to do parties? If you don't mind sharing.
I'm actually messaging them. I've actually made phone calls to a couple people. Yeah, I just feel like I've gotten outside sales, but when it comes to booking any parties, I'm not using the word party. I'm actually using the words like a get together for a few friends on Zoom. I'm trying to be careful with that. And it's just a lot of people are like, not now, I'm stressed out.
So you're just talking like no one physically wants to host a party?
Nope.
Okay. So then you have your own every week.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay.
Just do that. That's honestly, I'm doing team parties weekly for my team now, but I'm holding myself accountable because now I'm adding my leads into it because now no one on there can say I don't have a party. Because you're going to have the people all day long who don't want to host shit. But as soon as you say, okay, well, why don't you just come hang out with us? Let's have an adult beverage and forget about the world for a little bit.
Okay.
You know the difference? There's no damn difference. But for them, for some reason, it's this psychological thing where they think, I'm not hosting, I can have fun. So yeah, do it that way. And just say, hey, I just want to invite you. If you're down for some good old adult interaction, are you in? Let me know. So I feel like just making it super laid back to where it's dumb for them to tell you no. I've been doing it that way. And two, I mean, that essentially makes up for my virtual parties. That's the good part about it is you don't necessarily have to have a hostess to be making money during virtual parties. So as long as you're hosting it and you have people coming in, still ask for referrals, still have them, invite a friend or two. I don't need you to invite 40 to 50 women. Just invite a couple friends. Let's have some fun. That way too, you always have a party on your calendar. Yep.
Okay,
so I would just do it that way. Invite them in.
To follow up on that suggestion, as far as mystery hostesses, what do you usually do then as far as, do you do a drawing so somebody is the hostess? And if so, what do you usually offer that?
I'm frugal as shit. Let me go back to that. Frugal as that. And also, they turned down the position to host. So, no, they ain't getting shit. Here's, go ahead, Lucy.
No, yes! Carry on.
Yeah, I'm not giving things, my thing is you showed up. Yeah, so did I. I don't get a cookie. Listen, I know this sounds crazy, but you're just going to learn that you don't have to give people the farm. They'll have the feel goods. Order something. Host, but you're not just giving shit to people for showing up. Yeah. I don't do mystery hostesses. I'm my host. Good. I get 10%. Yay, right? I get to keep that money. If you wanted to do, hey, let's do a raffle, you can get 10% off. Use the coupon codes where it's not anything that you have to mess with. But I personally don't do it. If they did not want to host, I'm not going to give them any extra hostess incentives.
Well, I was going to do it just for those who shopped.
Yeah. Listen, you're better than I am. I wish I were as good a person as you are, Renee. But I'm an ass. No, I think
be that person. No.
Yes. No, I think it's great. And if I have 15 people who order, now granted, because if I had a bunch of people, then maybe I would consider doing that. But if it's just a few people, I'm probably not. I would just give them something in return. Yeah, you get a pleasure pack. Here's a foil pack and a coupon to use on your next regular order. Bam. And guess what?
If you were doing it in your VIP group, would you do Facebook Live or would you just do do it as actual Zoom party?
Honestly, I don't think it matters. I don't. I do mine in a Zoom and I do my teams in a Facebook Live and they pan out the same. I don't think it matters. Do what you're comfortable with. Okay. Hell, try them both. See what you like better. I think it comes down to you, So yeah, I don't think that it necessarily matters. I like the fact that you can now Zoom and Facebook at the same time. But yeah, I don't feel like I favor one over the other. Done is better.
I couldn't figure out how to drop that Zoom into my Facebook while using my iPad, so I kind of screwed myself that way.
See, when it gets complicated, that's when I stick to Facebook Live. I'm done with it. Especially for new consultants, you don't have to try to figure out something else. Some of y'all have never even done Facebook Live before. I say keep it simple, and just do the Facebook Live and be done with it. And it's nothing extravagant. It could be a quick 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm so big on do what works. Do what makes you happy. Do what you feel good with. Because the second that you feel like you're overworking or you almost dread doing it, you're going to get burned out so quick. Done is better than perfect. No one's looking for, it's not the end all be all, right? Do what makes you happy, because this is what this is about. Ashley Jo, did you want to say something or no?
I was just going to say, when you're doing your lives, it's honestly not that much different than doing a Zoom. The only difference is that you don't get to see their face, but you're still able to work your demo and talk to your guests and work it the same way. There's no difference, in my opinion. You definitely do need to do the follow-up after a live, though, because you don't have them right there that you can like pop them into a breakout room. But in my opinion, I mean, sometimes I would prefer to do a live over a Zoom, depending on the party too.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Two, also, if they have bad energy and I just want to rush through it, I'm like, let me just do Facebook Live. I can usually figure out the people I want to party with in person and with those who I don't. So if they're really high energy, engaging, yeah, maybe I would do a Zoom. And if they're not, I'm going to keep that sucker to a Facebook Live where I don't have to wait on responses. I don't have to do anything and just keep it moving.
Agreed. So I think that kind of answers Lindsay's question about people wanting her to go live in Facebook the day of the event, but she's not interested in doing Zoom, not interested in doing Zoom. There you go. You don't have to change it. Do the live. Get down with your bed.
Yeah. Do what makes you happy.
And then Tessa asked, what's your favorite way to mix things up when you have the same guests over and over with virtual parties and in home?
With virtual parties, I guess it's a little different because I'm doing them weekly with my team and their consultants. I'm doing 12 a swell parties, so I'm only showing 12 products. So my bath and beauty, I just swap out. And maybe it's even just like 2 or 3 things that I swap out, but to them it's a whole new demo. So also too, don't necessarily feel like if you have pressure to completely change your demo, because also too, how many people still book parties with us because they want to see the same demo, because they want to laugh or have their friends laugh at the same jokes that they laughed at the first round. To me personally, I'll just do a couple swaps. I don't do a lot. I don't do a whole new demo. Also too, you could have like what I used to do back in the day is like a pink party and a purple party. Pink party was this, purple party was this. And I just switched them up every other week. So it was going to be pink party this week, and then 2 weeks later is pink party again. And I just put the purple party in there, and it was just all new products. And so, yeah, do I feel like one of my demos is funnier than the other? Yes. Do they care? No. So it's fine. Either way, it doesn't matter. They just want to see different things. And, I'm just big on that. I don't change a lot of things, you guys. I'm not a girl who's going to recreate the wheel. I just keep it super simple. Like I said, if it doesn't feel good to me, if I have to go out and redo a bunch of shit, I'm probably not going to do it. And so it's fared well for me. I've not had to change a bunch of stuff up. But just even a few demos, quick pick, and replace some other things and you're good. Does that help?
Perfect.
Hold on, my chat's being funky. How long does your demo usually last? So my in-home and my virtual are completely different. My virtual parties are roughly 40 minutes, and that includes my sponsoring and booking commercials. And my in-homes are about an hour 20. So it just depends, I personally have a harder time keeping, well, not always. Depending on the crowd, I think it is kind of hard to keep their attention span for a long period of time. But I keep mine at 40 minutes, and it's been perfect. I've not had any issues. Right now, my virtual party average is roughly 1,300, which for me, I was kind of excited about. But yeah, and now my in-home's like 1,800, but it just depends. But it works out either way. Like I said, I'm just excited to be able to still make money at the house. So even when all of this goes back to normal, I'm still going to be doing a shit ton of online stuff just because why not? It's money on the table. But yeah, so for about 40 minutes online. 40 minutes, yep. And my parties are the 3 Fs, fast, fun, and freaky. Y'all better keep up. And that's what I tell them in the beginning. I'm like, listen, I have full confidence in you guys. I know that I live in the South, and I should have this long, drawn-out Southern drawl. Yeah, I don't have that. I talk fast. Keep up. So, yeah, and we get through it, and it's awesome because now, I mean, they're just up, and they're keeping up with it. And then also I do the alphabet game during my party just to keep their attention. So I may hold up a letter A, whoever can scream out or type in that sense, something sexual in nature that starts with the letter A. Perfect. So I do that throughout. That way it's keeping their attention, and they love it. They love it. So yeah. My 12 is 12 party. It's genius. How do you get orders from gals? Hold on. Do you get orders from gals who don't attend the live Zoom? Yes. Following up. It's literally me just saying, hey, Tessa, I'm so glad that, you were part of the group. I didn't see you in the live party, but I would still like to hook you up and your hostess up. Here's my catalog. Do you have any questions for me? So I'm always ending it with an open-ended question, but I'm also just reaching out and just letting her know. If she ghosts me, first off, I don't allow people to ghost me. They will have to get a restraining order on my ass. I think that we live in this generation where people are just too afraid to say no, and I am now normalizing it. I'll give them an out. I'll say, hey, if now's not the right time, just let me know. That way they feel okay by telling me no. But until they do that, I'm going to keep following up. So that's what I do. And I get normally, and I have the average in my Excel spreadsheet somewhere, but normally I'm adding anywhere from about $120 to $180 in extra retail just by doing those quick follow-ups with people that, didn't shop.
And then Tessa, I'm not sure if you saw my message on that. I was just going to read the question for you, but earlier. But two, we do, not that it needs to be scripted, but we do have those for you in the virtual party outline, just so that you know exactly. So if you haven't looked at that, make sure you check that out. And then I really, it's pretty similar to Lindsay's verbiage, but tweak it so that it's yours. And I also think too, again, it's not all about exactly what you say. It's the fact that you keep saying it. So.
Yep. Boom. Bam. Maria, so we actually have an awesome, here, I'm going to type it, awesome flipbook link. Oh, you got it. Boom. Done. Yeah. So that I don't even know the last time I spent money on catalogs. I don't. Sorry, corporate. Yeah. I do everything virtually online. Save the trees.
Yeah.
What has been your number one game changing thought action that has totally jumped off your business? Like, holy shit, I should have been doing this the whole time. Simplifying everything. Simplifying in my own business, in my team's business. I feel like talking about comparison and all these things, you see other team leaders who are doing all these things and you feel like, oh shit, I should probably be doing that too. You implement it, you fill your plate, you get overwhelmed, then you just don't do anything. I feel like that was a vicious cycle I was a part of. If it is anything outside of book, sell, share, repeat, I don't do it. Booking parties, I do those for my team essentially in our mega party. I reach out to people. The selling part, I do products of the week for my team and myself. In my VIP group, I'm obviously offering that, and then sharing the opportunity. We do monthly EOOs. So outside of that, I'm not doing anything else. I'm not wasting my time making memes or any other shit because none of that makes me money. So I just
she's talking to you.
Amber, yeah. If it doesn't make you money, boo, don't do it. I feel like I've wasted so much time. This is what I would say. Think before you do something and say, okay, how is this going to make me money today? Because if it's not, don't do it. I refuse. I wasted a lot of time. And I was the person in my office working for 8 hours a day. Like, who works for 8 hours a day? And my business wasn't even doing shit at one point. So to me, I'm like, okay, yeah. Now I'm probably work 3 to 4 hours in my office, and then I'm a mom the rest of the day. I'm not stuck in my office. People, if you're working more than that, I need to know what you're doing because I could probably guarantee goddamn to you're not doing it right. Because I'm like, that sounds frightening to me. So just make sure that you're working effectively. I don't have a schedule. I'm not the type of person who's like, Monday is hostess coach. Like, I just can't do that. I think it's great if you do. I wish I had that. But for me personally, I brain dump every night of just the things that I know I have to get done the following day. Anything outside of that, I'm not doing. It can wait until the next day. And that's literally what I do. And I feel like I just simplified everything. I no longer got burnt out. I felt good about it. My team was growing because it was duplicatable. If they start seeing me do all this crazy shit, they're like, yeah, I would never want to be a leader. So yeah, simplify. If it's outside of book, sell, share, repeat, don't do it. Sorry. What games, if any, are you playing? Janet, that's a good question. So I normally do an icebreaker game, which I do the Celebrity Cruise game. It's on the COO. And then I do Penis Picasso or Van Gogh Vulva. And that's just where they take a piece of paper and draw a penis where they can't see it. And that's literally all it is. When it comes to a Facebook party, I just do an icebreaker game. And they just have to give me like their stripper name, which is like what the street they grew up on and the color of their underwear or something funny like that, or their dog's first name or whatever the hell it is. So I don't play any extra games on Facebook Live just because I can't interact with them in that nature. So I just keep it simple. Let's see. You can hear my son. Oh my God, he's so loud. Beep. All right, what else we got?
One more, guys. You got one more for her?
Sure they do. Has this been helpful, hopefully?
Oh, yeah. Always.
Good. Okay, good. Want to make sure. Amber, Jesus.
Okay, I've got a question.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And I think this one is more for our new girls that are coming in since we've added a bunch in the last couple weeks. What is the easiest way, I guess not easiest way, but what is it that you are showing your new girls or encouraging your team to be doing to be getting the leads for sponsoring and to be approaching this virtually? Because it is a little bit harder to make that connection that we aren't able to make in person at parties. So what would be your advice for some of the new girls coming in?
I think honestly, it depends. I'm a little bit more blunt. I feel like I'm a little bit more out there. I'm the type of person that, because like right now, and I guess it's a different mindset. Like this year, I've sponsored I've activated 33 people this year. But I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I am like just reaching out to people. The worst they can do is say no. But I'm doing it in a way where it's like, hey, I don't know if you've ever thought about this. And I actually have, I have some scripts that you guys can use because what do we have starting on Friday? Like what the shit? Like this is huge. So I have scripts that I can give you guys for like leads that you've talked to, cold leads that maybe you need to warm up. So yeah, I can give that all to you, but it's simply asking. I know that with Lucy being here and being present, like you guys already know to go for the no. You know what's going to happen. Normalizing the no and being okay with it. But also too, like you don't know who needs it. It could be your very best friend, right? Who maybe is a little low-key jealous that you are doing this and she's not. I reach out to everyone. It doesn't have to be someone I even had a direct connection with or that even showed interest. I'm asking everybody because with the last time we had these $39 or these $39 kits, I mean, it was like 40 people that signed and half of them were people that did not ever show interest. And now these are social sellers who are kicking ass, so you just don't ever know. I think that you just have to be unafraid. And also make a chicken list. I'm so all about a chicken list. Essentially what it is it's going to be everyone that you're too scared to ask. We have people like that, right? We have people that you're just like, oh my God, I know that they would never do this. Chicken list. I would tell you, I had a chicken list of 12 people and I've had the same chicken list for like 7 years I've been in business and 4 of them signed. And I was literally like beside myself. And this is why too now I just go in with like the confidence that everyone's going to sign because new consultants, like you're going to figure this out real quick. Everyone deserves this, but like we know what it's done for us and we know what it's about to do for you, even with being brand spanking new. It's too good not to be asking people. And also too, I love the fact that we don't have to persuade people that what we do works because at the end of the day, guess who's still getting paid, bitch? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm still getting my paycheck. So I feel like when you see so many other people who sponsor out of desperation, they also are selfish people because it's, hey, I'm only one person away from director. Those people literally physically gross me out. Like, how selfish are you? That's not why and I also don't use the word recruiting because I think it's super gross. We sponsor people. We bring people into this because we know what it has done for us. We know what it can do for you. Like, don't be selfish. That's all I'm going to say. Like right now, if you're scared, maybe you knew yourself and you're like, yeah, I don't know if I want to build a team or if I don't know if I want to grow my organization. It's fine to have those doubts. But at the end of the day, just know that there's someone watching you who wishes that they had the position that you're in, who wishes they had the courage to say, I can do this, So I feel like that is our job as consultants is to consult. It's to go out there and talk to people. And I'm telling you, like there will never be another LD chicken list. Like I'll never have another chicken list because I will now have the confidence to go out there and talk to these people. So yeah, talk to them, reach out to everyone. I don't care if she drives a damn Range Rover and has a Louis bag, right? Sometimes if I know that those people are working a desk job, that just means debt. I need to know who those people are. I need to help them. Yeah. So, reach out. Get a chicken list, write down people on your chicken list, and I'll get you guys that verbiage because it's super good. And I'm not saying be a robot. Don't do the copy and paste shit. Like make it your own, please, dear God. Yeah, people are watching you. I think that people genuinely wish that they had the balls to do what we do. I do. So, but that's none of my business whether they choose to do it or not. Because like I said, guess who's still getting paid? Me. And the fact that we don't get paid when someone buys a kit, like that's so telling. And I tell people that, like, I don't get a bonus for just you buying this kit. This is me genuinely wanting to help you. Also something I just recently did, and it was a really awesome experience. I'm not saying that, especially if you're a new consultant, you have to do this, but I made a post on Facebook and I said, hey, who needs a bill paid? I had hundreds of comments. Clearly some of these people need a bill paid, right? So I picked one person who I sent like $50 to, help them pay a bill. The rest of those people, they still got a message from me. It took me like 5 days to go through all the messages. And I said, listen, I know I didn't pick you or that you didn't get the lucky winning pool on this $50 or this money to go towards that bill. But what if I could help your life in a different way? So all those women who did that, I was like, oh my God. And I gave it to them. So that way it was still coming from a genuine place of, I know that you know, you didn't win this, but let me help you in another way. And that way it doesn't feel like I'm cold messaging them. They messaged, I'm doing something for them. And I had a shit ton of people sign that way. I just feel like we leave so many opportunities left like, unturned just because simply verbiage is big, but people are afraid to reach out and you don't have to be afraid. Help these people.
P.S. You're dope.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure. I love your face. Oh my God. Can you guys think of anything else? If anything, I'm going to tell you what. Don't overthink anything. You know, if something comes to your head, like I said, simplify it. If it means more work for you, I mean, obviously I'm not telling you not to work. But you don't have to go. You don't have to spend hours upon hours doing this. If you're a brand new consultant, 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night, just show up. The only people I've ever seen fail in this business are the people who put in zero effort. And to me, at this point, it's almost you have to try to suck because training, like everything's there for you. It's just like you can't even not do well. They give you the verbiage. They give you everything. I mean, I know I know when I started, like I said, I just had a USB drive. Now you guys have a fucking training site. Like we're jealous.
USB drive. I was 12 and a half years, 13 years almost, girl.
Oh my God, you got a paper pamphlet.
I got a piece of fucking paper.
Yeah, it's crazy. The whole thing is nuts. So at this point, like, and also to keep in mind, this place has been almost 30 years. So think of all the women who did not have Facebook, social media, didn't have any of this stuff, right? And guess who are still running kick-ass businesses? So, you know, I feel like it's easy to blame it on this or that or whatever. And it's just, it comes down to effort. You know, I love when my new consultants say, I've tried everything. Okay, perfect. How many webinars have you attended? How many, team rallies have you virtually watched? How much of this have you done? Well, I'm not here. I'm here for effort, not excuses. And that's something too, you have to keep yourself in check, you guys. And I'm one of those people where I check myself just so no one else can, right? Because there are days where I feel like I'm doing the right thing, but I like to give myself excuses because, being a human and shit, right? But you have control over half of this. If you're in a shitty situation right now, if you're in a plateau, well, dig yourself out of it. It's so much easier just to try to fight your tooth and nail to get out of it than to stay and dig it deeper. Mindset is everything. You are always going to be your own worst enemy. You have to ask yourself, what am I here to do? And I don't know about y'all. I'm here to get money. I'm here to get paid. I'm here to change some lives.
Yep.
Give me my money, right? And I mean, I wouldn't change this for anything. And it's not easy. Anyone who says that, I'm like, no one's here to blow smoke up your ass, right? It's not easy. It does take effort. It does take time. Nothing's built overnight. If you're here for like a month and you're like, I don't have any, just wait. Your whole first year is a learning curve. I promise you. It gets better, you know? But just, you know, imagine opening up a brick and mortar store. They don't just wait for people to come into their store. They have to go market. They have to go talk to people. Treat yourself as a business owner, because I'm going to tell you, the second you treat it like a hobby, it pays you like a hobby.
Agreed.
Preach it.
I'm so glad I got to hang out with you guys tonight.
Love you. And I don't know if this will work or not. And I know how much you love money. Oh, come on, work. Fuck you. Ah, there we go. There.
Yes. Oh my God, I need one of those in my life so bad.
For you, Lindsay Driver.
I love it so much. Lucy, is there anything else that you can think of that I maybe missed?
I think that was fabulous.
No, you're
You guys are at
dope.
$1 million this year, right?
Yeah, 1.5, baby. That's what we're going for.
God, it makes my nipples hard. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all, just know I'm celebrating you guys from the East Coast. So, I mean, this is prime time. Listen, if you guys are doing these type of numbers in a fucking pandemic, like, there's no reason that we, you know, should not be like crazy insane growth when we go back to in-home parties. So just keep up the momentum. You new girls, and you're just now like trying to figure it out. First off, we're glad that you're here. Like, this is the most fun place you'll ever be. I'll just say that, you know, but it takes time. It takes effort. It takes trying different things. Don't give up. That's my number one thing. Do not give up. It's not going to be easy. And there are going to be times where you're like, is this even for me? It is for you. And I swear to God, it pays off. You just have to stick around long enough to watch, you know, all that come to fruition.
Oh, agreed. We love you so much. I'm going to have to get your butt out here again for something.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So,
Listen, never say never, bitches. I may be there. No, I love you guys. Keep kicking ass. Love all of your faces. I'm going to hop off and go put my kids to bed.
Yeah, I was like,
You're dope. Thank you so much.
there.
Thank you, Gladys. Appreciate it, guys. Love y'all.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Bye, you guys.
Ringleaders, real quick. I want to test out that group message thing. So while I have all of you as a captive audience and as a thank you for having Lindsay Driver give us a ton of her time, I would love in our Facebook group right now, as soon as we hop off here, I'm going to try creating a group and a group chat because I want to see what it looks. Have any of you guys seen that feature and wanted to know what the hell it looks like?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to test it out and see what happens. So if you guys can, I have no idea what happens. So I don't know if it's going to call you, if it's not going to call you. I have no idea, but I'm going to test it out real quick. If any of you are available and can hop on.
Are you talking about the Facebook Messenger one?
Yep.
I think what they said was, and that it's in your instructions, you just put everybody like in a group text.
Well,
or group
it pops up in the group already. Like we can do it within the ringleaders group. So I want to see what happens when I do that.
Okay.
Okay.
You?
So yeah, I have no idea what you guys need to do. Just watch for it. Let me know if anything happens. If you get like a call from Messenger chat, hop on it real quick for me. Awesome.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Bye.